Hello, my friends. Welcome back to English Speaking Way. I'm Sarah. Today, I will talk about a very helpful book in easy English. I will use simple words and simple sentences. The book is Willpower: Discovering the Greatest Human Strength. The author is Roy Baumeister. But don't worry, you don't need to read the whole book. I will give you the best and the easiest ideas right here. Before we start, let me explain willpower in simple words. Willpower means the power inside you that helps you do the right thing. Even when it is difficult, it is the inner strength that helps you keep going, steady, focused, and not give up. In this episode, you will learn what willpower is, why it gets tired, and how you can make it stronger, especially for learning English. You will understand why some days English feels light and simple, and why other days it feels heavy, why you stop, why you start again, why you feel you have failed, and how you can grow. So take a deep breath and let's begin. All right, my friends, let's slow down for a moment. Imagine this scene. It is early morning. Your alarm rings. The sound is a little annoying. Your room is warm. Your bed feels soft. You don't want to move. You feel sleepy. And you want 5 more minutes. Maybe 10 more minutes. Maybe just a little more. But then, something inside you speaks. A small voice. A quiet voice. A voice that says, "It is time. Get up. You can do this. Let's start." You open your eyes. You sit on the edge of the bed. You stretch your arms. You stand up. You wash your face. And your day begins. This tiny moment, this short moment, this little decision is willpower. Willpower is not big. Willpower is not loud. Willpower is not dramatic. It is simple. Willpower is the strength inside you that helps you choose the good action, even when you do not feel like it, even when you are tired, even when life feels heavy. The author says something very beautiful. Willpower is like a muscle, a real muscle, like your legs, like your arms, like your back. When you use the muscle, it becomes stronger. When you use it too much, it becomes tired. This idea is very important in the book, and it is also very important for language learning. Let me explain. Think about studying English. Sometimes you feel excited. Sometimes you feel motivated. Sometimes you say, "Yes, I want to learn more." These are easy moments, but many times, learning English is not easy. You feel tired after work. You feel stressed after a long day. Your family needs your attention. Your phone keeps ringing. Instagram calls your name. You want to relax, not study. And here, willpower enters the room. Willpower helps you say, "No, I will study for 10 minutes. No, I will listen to English Speaking Way. No, I will read this page. No, I will finish my English practice today." You don't need 1 hour. You don't need 2 hours. You just need the decision. Many people think some people are naturally strong, some have magic discipline, some have special motivation, but the author says, no, this is not true. Willpower is not magic. Willpower is not a gift. Willpower is not something special people get at birth. Everyone has willpower. You have it, even if you don't feel it, even if you feel weak, even if you feel tired. You can train your willpower the same way you train your muscles, step by step, day by day, little by little. You don't start by lifting 100 kilos. You start with 2 kilos, and after many days, you become stronger. It is the same with English. You start with 5 minutes, then 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. Your willpower grows slowly, but it grows. Willpower helps you in many areas of life. It helps you study English, keep a diet, save money, stay calm, stop bad habits, start good habits, and say yes to your future and no to your comfort zone. Now let's look at real examples in English learning. You want to watch TikTok, but you open your English podcast instead. That is willpower. You want to speak your native language at home, but you try one small English sentence. That is willpower. You want to quit because English feels difficult today, but you say, I will finish one paragraph. That is willpower. You want to sleep instead of practicing your shadowing sentences, but you do 3 sentences anyway. That is willpower. Willpower is not fancy. It is simple. It is quiet. It is inside you. But here is something very important. Your willpower is limited. It can get tired. It can get low. It can get empty. The author calls this willpower depletion. Depletion means your willpower becomes weak because you used it too many times. Think about a phone battery. You start the day at 100%. Then you use apps, you scroll, you watch videos, you send messages, and your battery slowly goes down. It depletes. Your willpower is the same. Imagine your day again. You wake up early, prepare your clothes, answer emails, cook breakfast. You say, be patient when someone is rude. You go to work. You focus on your tasks. You solve problems. You try not to check your phone. You come home tired. You help your family. You try not to eat junk food. You try not to shout at the driver in traffic. You look at your English book. And now your brain says, okay, I can't. I'm tired. I have no energy left. This feeling is not weakness. This feeling is not a personality problem. This feeling is willpower depletion. Your willpower battery is low, and this happens to everyone, even smart people, even successful people, even hardworking people. All right, my friends. Now let's talk about English learning and willpower depletion. Have you ever asked yourself, why is English easy some days and hard on other days? Why do I learn fast one day and slow the next? Why do I feel lazy sometimes? Why do I start strong and then lose power? Many times. It is not about your English. It is about your willpower. Your brain used a lot of willpower earlier in the day, and now you don't have much left. This is why learning English in the morning feels easier for many people. Your willpower battery is full. Your mind is fresh. You have the energy to choose the right thing. But at night, after a long day, even a small task feels heavy. This is why some people study for 2 hours on Saturday, but only 10 minutes on Wednesday. It is not about intelligence. It is about willpower energy. So, what is the lesson of Chapter 1? The lesson is simple, my friends. Willpower is real. Willpower becomes tired. Willpower can be trained, and willpower is deeply connected to your English journey. If you train your willpower, you train your English. If your willpower grows, your English grows. If you control your willpower, your life becomes easier. Your willpower is your inner friend, the friend inside you. It wants to help you. It wants you to grow. It wants you to succeed, and this book will show you how. Okay, my friends, now let's go deeper. The author talks about something very important. Willpower uses energy, real energy, just like your body, just like your muscles. This idea can change how you think about yourself, about your actions, and about your English learning. Think about your phone. When the battery is full, everything is fast. You open apps quickly, you watch videos, you take pictures. The phone feels powerful, but when the battery is low, the phone becomes slow. The screen becomes darker. Some apps stop working. You cannot do what you want. Your willpower is exactly the same. When your willpower energy is full, you can study, you can focus, you can stay calm, and you can make good choices. When your willpower energy is low, you make mistakes, you feel angry, you quit easily, and you feel confused. The author explains, every time you control yourself, you use a small part of your energy. This is called self-control, controlling your actions, your thoughts, or your feelings. Every time you use self-control, you spend a little of your willpower energy, a little here, a little there, and slowly, your energy becomes low. You may ask, why does willpower need energy? The author says the brain needs a special kind of fuel. The brain uses glucose, a simple sugar in your blood. It is the main fuel your brain uses to think, to decide, and to control your behavior. If your glucose level goes down, your ability to control yourself goes down too. This is a big idea in the book. Your mind is not separate from your body. Your willpower is not separate from physical energy. If you eat well, sleep well, drink water, your willpower becomes stronger. If you are hungry, tired, stressed, or dehydrated, your willpower becomes weak. This is why people make bad decisions when hungry or tired, not because they are bad people, but because their energy is low. Now let's look at real examples, especially for English learning. Imagine this. You come home after a long day. You are hungry. You are tired. Your mind feels heavy. You say, I must study English, but your body says, please, not now. This moment is not laziness. It is not weakness. It is energy. Your brain has low fuel. Your willpower has low power. Your self-control is tired. This is why many people study English better in the morning, not because they are morning people, but because their willpower is fresh. Okay, my friends, this idea is powerful for your English learning. Here are a few lessons. When your energy is high, you learn faster, you remember more, you feel confident. When your energy is low, you feel frustrated, you feel slow, you feel emotional. Your energy is not the same every hour. Some hours are better for your brain. Some hours are worse. This is why you must listen to your energy. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. The author says, to learn well, choose the right moment, the moment when your willpower is strong. He gives a surprising example. Judges in court make better decisions in the morning because their energy is full. After hours of thinking, their decisions become less fair, not because they want to be unfair, but because their willpower drops. This is a huge lesson. Even highly trained judges lose self-control when tired, so of course a normal student, a normal worker, a normal parent, a normal English learner will also lose self-control. This idea gives you peace. You can stop blaming yourself. You can start understanding yourself. All right, let's keep it very simple. If you want to improve your English, you must also improve your willpower energy. How? Eat something small before you study, a fruit, a healthy snack, a cup of tea, a little dark chocolate. Drink water. Your brain needs water to think clearly. Take a short walk before your lesson. Movement increases energy. Sleep well. Sleep is the secret weapon of willpower, and most importantly, choose the time of day when you feel strongest. Morning, afternoon, evening. You decide. Find your power hour, your golden time, your high energy moment, and protect that time for English. This is how you grow. The big message of Chapter 2 is clear. Willpower is not only mental strength, willpower is also physical energy. When your body is strong, your mind is strong. When your body is tired, your willpower becomes weak. So if you want stronger self-control, if you want to study consistently, if you want to stay focused, take care of your energy, eat well, sleep well, drink water, rest, move your body. Your willpower will thank you. Your English will thank you. Your future self will thank you. All right, my friends, this next part is very human. It speaks to all of us. It explains why we sometimes lose control, why we make bad decisions, why we stop a good plan, and why we sometimes break a promise to ourselves. And the most important message is this: failing is normal. Failing does not mean you are weak. Failing means your willpower is tired. Let's explore this slowly, with care. Sometimes we think, I should be stronger. I should never lose control. I should study every day. I should never feel lazy. But the truth is this: nobody can control themselves all the time. Even smart people fail. Even successful people fail. Even teachers, doctors, judges, and leaders fail. Why? Because their willpower becomes tired, just like yours. Self-control is not a magic personality gift. It is not something special people are born with. Self-control is limited energy, and sometimes that energy runs out. When your willpower energy is low, you are more likely to eat too much, spend too much, skip studying, feel angry, say something you regret, watch YouTube for hours, break your diet, break your plan, break your routine. These actions do not happen because you are a bad person. They happen because your willpower energy is empty. The author says something very interesting. Most people fail more in the evening than in the morning. Why? Because at night, your willpower is tired from the entire day. Think about this. In the morning, you make many good choices. You make good food choices, good study choices, good emotional choices, because your willpower battery is full. But by the evening, after hundreds of small decisions, after stress, after work, after responsibilities, your willpower battery becomes low. This is why evening mistakes feel bigger. This is why you quit more easily at night. This is why you say, I will study tomorrow, and close your book. Not because you changed, not because you lost motivation, not because you're weak, but because your willpower is simply tired. Understanding this gives you peace. It helps you stop blaming yourself. It helps you start supporting yourself. My friends, throughout the day, you control your emotions. You make decisions at work. You stay polite. You use mental energy. You say no many times. You push yourself again and again. By the evening, your brain is tired. Your emotions become louder. Your self-control becomes weaker. This is why people spend more money at night, why they fight with family at night, and why they skip English study at night. It is not because you suddenly changed. It is because your willpower is exhausted. The book also explains something important. Many people feel guilty after failing. Guilty means You feel bad because you think you did something wrong. For example, you want to study English, but you watch videos instead. Later, you feel bad. You say, "Why did I waste time? What is wrong with me?" Or you promise yourself, "No junk food," but you eat it anyway. Then you say, "I have no discipline." Or you say, "Tonight I will read an English book," but you fall asleep and then say, "I can't do anything right." This shame makes you feel weaker. Shame steals your energy. Shame lowers your motivation. And here is the trap. When you feel ashamed, you often fail again. You eat more. You skip more days. You avoid studying. You avoid your goals. Your emotions take control. Shame makes everything worse. The big message of this chapter is very clear. Failure happens because willpower is limited, not because you are weak. So when you fall, don't feel guilty, don't feel ashamed, don't feel broken. Stand up slowly. Start again gently. Try again tomorrow. Try again next week. Try again next month. You only fail permanently when you stop trying. And you, my friends, you are clearly someone who continues. All right, my friends, this brings us to the end of today's episode. Remember, your willpower is real. Your willpower becomes tired. Your willpower can grow. And with stronger willpower, your English learning becomes easier and more joyful. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to study for hours every day. You only need small daily actions. A little reading, a little listening, a little shadowing, a little kindness to yourself. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of English Speaking Way. I'm Sarah, and I am happy that your English is growing, your future is opening, and you are getting stronger each and every day. I am proud of you. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.